Hello everyone, my name is Rick Farron, and tonight is April 9th, 2009, and we're at it again. We're out in front of the Kingdom Hall in Wilmington, Massachusetts. And you know, a lot of people, they say, do protests really do any good? Well, this is the 5th year that we've been out here. We got members of the group here doing this with us, exposing the Watchtower for who they are. We call them a dangerous, destructive cult. But people ask me, Rick, well, why do you and your group protest? Well, the question that should be asked is not why we were protesting, but why is it that other people aren't protesting? Well, with all of the problems that we're seeing going on in the Watchtower, and we'll go through a lot of these tonight in our video, and you've seen it online, but with all of the problems that are in the Watchtower, you wonder why more people don't want to come out here and demonstrate in front of a Kingdom Hall. Now, let's just go with this. I'm gonna give you a couple of quotes from a couple of people you might recognize. How about Abe Lincoln? He said, "The sin of silence when they should protest makes cowards of men." So, you know, we have a lot of people, they've left the Watchtower, they know the damage that the Watchtower's done, but basically we're asking, come on out here. It's basically a sin. If you know the dangers and the harm this cult has caused, we want you out here with us. As a matter of fact, friends, I want to tell you, we have a coordinated effort this year. We have a woman over in London, England, that is standing in front of her Kingdom Hall tonight with the 6 screens of the Watchtower sign. We also have 2 folks down in Kansas City area that are doing the same thing, and also a couple of women down in Tennessee that are standing out in front of their Kingdom Hall. So we got a grassroots movement started here, and we encourage anyone to come out and protest. Matthew Henry said, "The color of the greatest good is often the cover of the greatest evil." I mean, these are things that we should be aware of. And let's speak up and talk about why we are out here actually demonstrating and protesting. But let's start here. Why protest? Well, I came up with 10 top reasons why we should be protesting, and I want to share those with you on here tonight. Why are we protesting, and why are we demonstrating what's going on in the Watchtower? Well, why should we bother? What will be accomplished? What are the costs? Number one, the number one reason, and we get 10 of them, why we should be demonstrating in front of the Kingdom Hall, to reach large numbers of people with our message. And we're doing that. We're going to be showing our messages here tonight to probably close to 300 people before this night's over. Number 2, to create solidarity among organizers and marchers. Now, we mentioned we get the people doing in other parts of the country. I'm actually over in London as well, but this is solidarity. We're all in this together. We're fortifying one another. We're building one another up. And that's what really works, friends, doesn't it? Number 3, to make the organization realize it's vulnerable. You know, the faithful and discreet slave, I mean, they've got away with murder for years. But we want to let them know that they're vulnerable. Yes, they're also subject to people coming against them and bringing up some of the heinous, evil acts that they've been involved with. Number 4, to throw the Watchtower organization on the defensive. Now, you know, for many years, the Watchtower has been in offensive mood. They've been able to really combat these so-called apostates. They've been able to cover it all up. But all of a sudden, because of the internet, and because of channels like YouTube, we're seeing all of a sudden exposure like you can't believe coming against the Watchtower. So they are now in a defensive mode. These people in here tonight, they are in a defensive mode. You've got relatives, you've got friends that are coming here, and when they go into that Kingdom Hall tonight, they have to ask questions. Well, who are those guys? Do you have molesters in the organization? Do they cover them up? Do they have a connection with the United Nations? We're going to be speaking more about that. But now they're on the defensive mode. The elders have got to be asking these. They're being asked these questions. Number 5, to expose the crimes of the powerful. And friends, I have to tell you, there are crimes of the powerful in all big institutions, and the Watchtower is certainly not exempt. Number 6, to motivate the undecided to join us. You know, I noticed tonight we had some people coming by, and they were looking at us and smiling. There was one couple I noticed coming in here tonight, and they were smiling at us as they were reading the signs. It's almost as though they were putting thumbs up for us and saying, "That's great." These are members of what we call the conscious class. They have one foot in, they have one foot out, and what we're doing here tonight is we're going to try to motivate them to come out here and be with us maybe next year. Number 7, to remove feelings of helplessness. You know, there's many people. We span around, we look at some of the people here. We've got people right here with us here tonight that have family members, Norman, that won't even talk to them because of the doctrine of the Watchtower Society on shunning people when they leave. They will avoid you. They will cut you right off. So we have people here tonight that they don't feel helpless any longer. And maybe you're watching this video tonight yourself, or during the day, doesn't matter, 24 hours a day, you can punch it in. And what's happening is you're probably even saying to yourself, you know, I feel helpless. But you know, you get an adrenaline rush if you can come out here and stand in front of a Kingdom Hall and stand tall and let people realize that, hey, you can leave the Watchtower and you don't want to be involved in an organization that creates trouble. And by all means, when you leave the Watchtower, don't leave God. We encourage ones when they leave to at least develop that spiritual side and read the Bible, not the New World Translation. Come to grips with real truth, and you'll want to really pursue a career or have a desire to move you in a direction that will be very spiritually rewarding. Now also, number 8, to cause the witnesses to react. And do the witnesses react when they come driving down the road and they see us? Do they react? Well, let me put it this way. Yes, they do react. Many of them won't even look at us. It's like almost like they get hit by an electric shock. They see the sign, they immediately turn their head. Now, the witnesses aren't going to respond, but they are reacting. There is a difference. We don't have witnesses come out and speak with us. They're not going to come and respond to our message. But I know, Dick, you were standing there with me, right?
Absolutely.
Were people reading some of these signs?
They certainly were.
Of course they were. So, number 9, to rattle the complacent. So what we're doing here is those that are kind of on the edge again. They're complacent. They're not sure. These guys aren't complacent. They're willing to stand here. They're real true soldiers, aren't they? So what we're trying to do is rattle the complacent. Hey, look it. I know you have feelings, but you don't know what to do. This is what you should be doing. Come on out here and let your feelings be known. Number 10, to speak truth to a powerful, corrupt organization. Friends, I have to tell you, the Watchtower organization is huge, but what we can do is we can speak truth to them in a very small movement like this. And I'm sure they're taking notice, and they're not happy about all of this. But you know something? For years they've been getting away with it, but all of these things are now being exposed in a way that's never been exposed before, and the timing is now ripe. So they're concerned about it. So we want to ask you to think about it. That's why we protest, to think about coming out here. We gave you some reasons, and maybe next year you can come out and protest in front of your Kingdom Hall.